All right, this is Peter Schiff, and I've come down here to Occupy Wall Street to represent the 1% and see if I can have a dialogue with the other 99%, maybe see if we can find some common ground, and maybe I can help educate the people to direct their protests to the more appropriate source, because it's my opinion that they shouldn't be here occupying Wall Street. They should be in Washington occupying Pennsylvania Avenue. They should be protesting in front of the White House, in front of the Federal Reserve, in front of Congress, in front of the Supreme Court, not down here protesting capitalism. Capitalism is the only solution that they have to their problems. It's not capitalism that has failed them, it's socialism, it's corporatism, it's crony capitalism, it's fascism. That is the problem. Capitalism is the solution if we can only fully embrace it. Anyway, we got a few people around here, and I'm wondering who in particular would like to address any of their grievances and maybe tell me what they're hoping to get from Occupy Wall Street, and maybe we can maybe come to some solutions or put them on a better path.
What is this for?
Well, this is Reason TV. We're just there, and they're going to put it online and try to make something out of it. But
Okay, he's next. He's next right here. This guy wants to talk next.
Do you respect the fact, sir,
You got 2 minutes.
you
2 minutes.
addressed yourself as the 1%, that all the people around you are
next.
demonstrating here against that concept?
I understand that.
Do
That's
you,
why I'm here.
Do you respect us
Sure.
for
If I
sitting
didn't
here
respect you, I wouldn't come
and
down
having
here.
a civilized conversation?
Of course, I understand your concerns.
Does
I'm
it-
with you.
does it-
I agree that you should be upset,
Does
but
it-
you're upset at the wrong people.
But does it show you that maybe we have some quality to be respected?
I am respecting you. If I
Okay.
wasn't respecting you, I wouldn't be here.
All right.
The rep on the Occupy Wall Street movement is that it's an anti-capitalist movement. And my point is that we don't have capitalism. We have crony capitalism, and I'm against that. I'm with you on that. I want to get the government and the banks, I want to get them out of our lives. But a lot of people, I look at some of the grievances.
Please respect your community. We have formed a line autonomously. For me to talk to you, I
All
formed
right,
an
hold on,
autonomous
hold on,
line.
hold on. Let me get this thing. Hold on to this.
I think that you'd appreciate this.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Sage.
Okay, Sage. Okay, go ahead.
So in order to talk to you, I formed an autonomous line.
Okay, so where's the...
So I served my community in order to get something for myself.
Well, did you? Did they pay to be on the line?
No, what I
Well, they-
wanted for myself was to talk to you.
All right, well, go ahead.
So what I wanted to say was, what did you want to accomplish from coming to Occupy Wall Street?
Well, I wanted to come down here because I see a protest movement, and I agree with the sentiment, and I agree with the fact that you should be protesting. It's just, my point is it's Washington that should be the recipient of the protest. You guys should be marching on the White House and the Federal Reserve, demanding your freedom back, demanding capitalism, demanding liberty, fighting for the constitutional rights that you should have by birth. Not protesting. This is the consequence.
I don't
down
go on the
here.
marches.
Huh?
I don't go on the marches.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hi. Hi, my friend. Hi. How you doing? I'm talking. I'll be right back. So anyway, I've come here. I don't go to the protests. I prefer to occupy the future instead of protesting the past. I've been here since like day one, not to brag, but I've noticed that there's sort of a difference between the people that come here to occupy and the people that come here to protest. I find that the media really likes paying attention to the protest, but doesn't really like paying attention to the occupation.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Well, maybe if you spend more time here.
Well, that's my first day.
I just wanted to say that that I heard you say something about money, that people pursue money. I think that when people focus on one aspect of the process, like the money aspect, that things start to get demented.
Well, they pursue money because they want the things that money can buy, but money is a
think?
yardstick to
You
show.
think?
Well, if you're doing a business, if you're pursuing a business,
Wait.
and you're not making money,
Uh-huh.
that means you're not creating value. The market is telling you to stop. But if you can organize labor, land, and capital and make a profit, the profit tells you you're benefiting society. You're
Dude,
providing.
I understand
You're
that
making
very
economic
educated.
use of resources.
I understand that you're very educated about economics, but the thing is that you were saying that people pursue money because they like what they can buy with the money. What about like the kind of people that, and the only aspect of person of that I know is that people that like collect a lot of money and then they like store it under their bed and then they
But
die.
no one does that. Money
lot of
that's
people
saved
die.
isn't stored. The only way you can make your money
A lot of
grow,
people do that.
but if you want to grow your money, you have to make it available. You have to invest it. You have to either
You're
invest it
jumping
yourself.
into what you're comfortable in,
No.
which is your economic education.
But that's what
I'm
people
bringing
do.
it back down to
People-
a normal level. What about the kind of people, organizations of people that acquire resources but for some mentally sick reason, never figure out how to spread those resources
Well,
around.
and they don't get that many. The only way to get really rich, right, is to share your wealth by investing it. Look, Steve Jobs just passed away. He made billions. How many people here have iPhones in their pockets?
I feel
You
like
know?
what you want is...
He's not a humanitarian, he's a businessman,
My
but
dude.
he enriched the lives of millions of people pursuing his own
I
self-interest.
am not a ramp so that you can do an ollie in front of your camera. I actually want to have a conversation.
But anyway, I have a lot more people to talk to, so if you
Sure
have
enough. Let's see who's next online.
All right, well, thank you very much.
I want to say one thing.
Well,
Right here. Boom.
I just have it has nothing to do with, like, I just want to, you seem like I've been in a search for someone. And it goes deeper than a lot of things that I can say in front of a crowd. But I believe that I was put here today because I've been a part of the occupation on and off because I am so young, and it's not really, I'm not really able to be out of certain areas. Like, I'm young, I have a curfew, I have parents, you understand? So it's like, I came out here today for the first time in a couple days, and I believe that you were put here. I believe that you were put here among other reasons for me to speak to. So if it was possible for me to have a conversation
well,
with
ask me a
you,
question.
A real conversation.
a real
Well,
conversation outside of the cameras,
not a
outside of
ramp for you to
outside of the
trick off
microphones,
of.
I'd like to have a
Well, but
conversation.
there's a lot of people here.
No,
that's the only
that's.
problem. So.
I'll wait as long as it takes. I
You
want to
wanna
be
ask
the.
me something now,
I
just
want
to
to
get
be
it out of
the.
the way?
I want to be the last person you talk to. I want to.
All right, we're gonna
I have a
look for the
question.
light at some
Okay.
point.
Okay. All right. I guess
right,
in terms
well-
of a question,
Okay, yeah.
how do you advise people who, like you say, who would like to start a business or create something, create an evolution, a revolution, who need money but are not after it at the money? The money is not the end, but it is a means to an end.
Of course, if you're going to start a business, if you don't make money, how are you going to employ people? How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to buy your materials? What I want is I want people like you to be able to start a business. The problem is it's very hard. You know, it's easier today for a young man to start a business in communist China than it is in America, because the government actually leaves you alone more there. There's not as much regulation. There's not as much red tape. There's not as much taxes. And when my grandparents came to this country, they didn't even speak the language. My grandfather started a small carpentry business. There were no rules, regulations, no red tape. If he hired somebody, it was just, you hired him. He just paid him cash at the end of the day. If there was any money left over, he was happy. It was easy. You can succeed in America when my grandparents came here because they didn't have all these roadblocks. I want to eliminate the roadblocks so you can have the same opportunities that he had.
I understand I understand what you're saying, and I do have ways to make money. I'm a musician. My brother's a musician. That is our thing. We preach our word through our music because, like you can see here, there's senseless drumming going on there, but it draws crowds. You understand? Music is a strong vehicle to put a point across. Like if everyone.
My point is that you'd be able to pursue that craft easier and make more money doing it if the government was out of the way. Not only out of your way, but out of the ways of the people that you want to play music for.
It's not about making
You
money.
might want to play music in a venue, and the venue can't allow it because there's too many government rules and regulations, and they can't take the risk, and they won't hire you.
Understood.
No,
What
it's
I'm
not
saying-
trusting me, it's trusting
I understand.
ourselves.
What I'm saying is, what about the person who needs money now? You're talking about
Yeah, well-
investing.
well-
What do I? Basically, I'm looking for advice to.
Well,
to,
if you have a business plan and you need money, you got to find someone like me and convince them to back you. And the thing is, though,
back him, though? That's
well,
the question.
well, I
that's
don't
exactly
even know what his
I'm.
plan is.
That's why I wanted to speak to you.
The question is,
But-
you keep saying,
but-
you said that the reason why he's having a problem is because the government is getting in the government is getting in his way. What is the government doing to stop him from
Well,
starting a business? What, as far as
right.
regulations are concerned?
Well, because
what regulations is the government stopping from
there's
a small business from the beginning?
There are far fewer people that have savings and capital to invest because the government taxed it all away. So there's not as many people like me for you to talk to. But of course, if we're going to start a business and I'm going to fund it, what I have to look at is, okay, what are all the rules and taxes and regulations that we're going to have to overcome to start that business?
Right, so you're talking about
And
yourself. You're
it,
not talking about
no,
him.
but
You're
it
not talking
adds
about
to
him.
the
You're
risk of
protecting
the
yourself.
venture.
Okay,
It
so
adds to
In
my
order for him
risk.
to get a loan from you, you're not giving him the loan because you're saying that the government is stopping you from giving him a loan.
No, I'm saying that the government is making it inherently riskier because it's going to be harder for his business to succeed and pay me back because of all the regulations and taxes.
So you're
And I'm
afraid
saying,
to give him
But
the
you
loan
know-
because.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is you just proved my point because I came to you and I asked you to have a conversation. I asked you to review my business plan. I asked you to aid me in starting a business, and you wanted to treat me like someone
No,
who.
I'm not treating you like it, but my point is, look,
Not to
you're
insult you,
right.
sir.
But if we start raising taxes on this so-called 1%, all we do is diminish the ability of people like you to get a loan because somebody has to save the money.
I'm not talking about a loan. What I'm talking about is I wanted you to fund my business. I presented you.
We just met in the park. I know you for all of 10 minutes. How am I going to fund your business?
That's
So
what
it
I'm
takes
saying is
time.
that's why I asked you. That's why I came to you, and I didn't ask you to ask you. I didn't come here with a question. You asked me to ask you a
All
question.
right.
I didn't come here with a question. I didn't come here with any of that. I came
Well, you
here
know
to
what
get
you
maybe
can
an
do?
email address,
Why don't you
to get maybe a website.
I'm Schiff@Europac.net. Why don't you come up with a business proposal and send it to me?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Schiff@Europac.net.
Please spell that for me.
SCHIFF. I'm all over the internet. You can find me.
I'm
But
not-
you,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find an email
Well,
address. They might not be.
yeah, it's
Is it
there.
public?
Trust me. Trust me.
Clarify
But
one thing.
Yeah.
So it's what is your full name?
well, Peter Schiff.
Peter Schiff.
Yeah.
And it's Schiff at
Europac.net.
Europac.
EUROPAC.net.
PAC.net.
Yeah, I
okay.
gave you a card, but I don't think I have
My
one.
name is Reggie Elijah.
All right, well,
It's a
good
pleasure to
luck.
meet
All right,
you,
you're a
Peter.
nice young man.
I just want to clarify one thing before I let this guy speak. The 99% meme,
The what?
the 99% to 1% meme, was just one meme out of many memes.
What's a meme?
I'm so sorry. A popular turn of phrase.
Okay.
So the catchphrase 99%. This is not 99% Park. It's Liberty Plaza. And the 99% catchphrase is not definitive of everyone here. It makes sense why a popularity meme would be popular. It's popularity itself. The phrase itself is might as well be popularity.